members are Lombardo, Mosley, Malik, Neal, and Connor. Looks like we do have all members present whenever you're ready, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. I'd like to call the Parks and Rec Committee meeting to order. First with the approval of minutes from our last meeting.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Opposed? Okay. Minutes are passed. This afternoon we have two items. The first being a resolution congratulating the Bookville High School boys basketball team on winning the Division II Ohio High School Athletic Association State Championship and declaring an emergency. And today we have our Mayor Horgan. I assume wanted to say some words here.
No, just a couple of minutes. The kudos have been said, but many thanks to the team and to the supporters for coming out yesterday, and all of you who were able to be there. I know that community is strong in their following, and they showed up in force yesterday, which I'm very, very impressed. Many thanks to the Park and Rec staff who put this parade together really on the fly and pretty quickly to be organized like that. So thank you for coming out and supporting both teams, members of council who were able to be there. It's just really a great day. I think it was, I'm not surprised by the city and how they show up for people when this happens. So thanks again, and I appreciate it.
Thank you. That was a good day. Do we have any comments by any other committee members? Okay, I see Councilwoman Margot Somerville would like to say a few things. I don't see any other council members, so we'll open it up to other council members.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to again congratulate Bookville High School. Yesterday was an extremely exciting day for our young people at the parade, so just want to give a thanks to Mayor Horgan and his whole entire team who very quickly put into play a wonderful parade, and it was a great energy, and I think all of Akron really needed that. So again, thanks to Mayor Horgan and his entire team for putting together the parade to recognize and celebrate our young people. Thank you.
Thank you. And now I see Councilman Russ Neal.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. For those who saw witnessed the parade yesterday, I think you understand what community is about by the way that my community, from my alma mater, 1040 showed up. I think you understand, if you read the comments of those young men and the coaches, how they understand the importance of community, and that they were not just playing for the school, but they were playing for West Akron, and they were playing for Akron. I think if you read the comments of how they understood how important this was for the city in light of all that's taken place, how, today, and since the mayor and I are in the same age group, travel basketball for us used to be hopping on our bikes and riding maybe a few blocks across the way to play another neighborhood team. But now these kids travel all over the country, so they most definitely most definitely know the young men at Hoban. And they understood what this meant, not just for the two schools, but for this community, since Hoban, although not East High School, is on the east side, and Bookville is on the west side. And if you understand what's happening in our community, there is unfortunately a lot of feuding between young people on the east and west side. But yesterday was just a beautiful display of community. And I bring this to us here on council and to the administration, because we definitely owe them resolutions, proclamations, and a parade, but we owe our young people more. We are about to step into another summer, and we know it's going to be another hot summer. Those of us who live in our communities know what happens when summer comes around. And for us not to provide our young people not just our young people, but the communities, resources by which to provide the nurturing environment for our young people is short-sighted at best on our behalf. We need to provide them, and when I say them, I'm talking about the communities, the resources to provide our young people the enrichment that they need throughout the summer and the safe spaces that they need throughout the summer. So, although I appreciate us bringing through this resolution, to me it is shallow if we do not support my community and every community where our high schools sit with the resources to be able to provide safe environments over the summer. So on behalf of my alma mater, as the founder of the Buckle High School Alumni Association, the only high school with an endowment in the city of Akron, the only public high school, let me say. On behalf of the student, staff, and most importantly, the community, thank you for the resolution, but looking for a greater commitment to that community, to my community, and to all of our communities. So, thank you, and I'm sure it was an oversight on these two resolutions for Buchtel and for Hope, and not to have the ward council people on there. So I definitely, this should be council as a whole, but again, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Neal. Yeah, I just wanted to make a few comments myself with that yesterday being a beautiful day, well put together by the city, and just really happy for Buchtel and the community. I didn't even know this 1040, that's the address of Buchtel. Is that where they get that from? Yep. Okay, thank you. So anyhow, it was a great day. Just my hat off to Coach Dent, Coach Steve Culp, Coach Michael Williams. Those are the ones I know the best, and they did a great job with those kids. And you know, it's history, no doubt. So I will make that motion to make it council as a whole.
Mr. Chair, that would actually need to be made tonight when all of council can vote on it, but I will make a note to remind so that it happens tonight's meeting.
All right.
And you do have two people with hands raised online.
I'm sorry. Councilwoman Linda Amobian. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I certainly want to thank those who were involved in organizing the event. It was a very nice day. And most importantly, it was very safe and everybody was orderly, and I thought it was a great opportunity to celebrate this city, and thank all of you who were there, and congratulations to the teams for their victories. Thank you.
Thank you. Our President, Margot Somerville, you have some more comments?
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to, in response to Councilman Neal, again, I just wanted to bring this before the body, and it is my hope that on tonight that we can definitely all put our name as council as a whole to this resolution. So thank you so much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Okay, if there's no other comments coming before us, I'd like to, anybody have a motion for this resolution?
Motion for suspension of the rules with favorable report.
Okay. One motion for suspension of the rules. A second?
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you. And opposed? Okay, the resolution passes. Our next resolution is a resolution congratulating the Archbishop Hoban High School boys basketball team on winning the Division I Ohio High School Athletic Association State Championship and declaring an emergency. Again, Mayor Horgan.
Well, it's hard to top all of that, and especially from yesterday. I think Councilman Neal's right. When you look at where sports are today and how well these kids probably know each other from a young age, and being able to, one of the things that I had heard from both teams is that they couldn't wait to watch each other's games. To me, I think that was the embodiment of what was yesterday. I think it was how the team stood up there. Like I said, they know each other, coaches know each other, they coach against each other, but certainly rooted for each other and rooted for the city. And so it was an extremely proud day to see, you know, two basketball teams bring the city bring them together in a way that maybe we have all struggled with at times, and we owe them something. along that way to provide for them as they continue to look at their careers and what they want to do, convince them to stay here, you know, at some particular point, go to school here, whatever they want to do. But giving back to their community, they certainly showed us a great example of how, you know, one private and one public school can do that in a way that's, I think, extremely harmonious. So congratulations to the Knights again as we go back and forth, and well-earned and well-deserved. Thanks.
Thank you. We have any other comments from our committee members? Okay, I'd like to say also congratulations to Coach T.K. Griffith. Spoke with him before the parade Sunday, and just really happy for him. He's been at this coaching trick for 30 years, and to do that again, you know, he was on the team in 1989, is that right? If I have my figures right. And then to do it again with his son being a senior on the team, I mean, how special is that? So I know they work hard, they take everything seriously, and this no doubt paid off. So congratulations to Coach T.K. Griffith. I know some assistants, Steve White and Tim Lucy and Matt Valls. They did a great job in guiding those kids, and it was just awesome for the city of Akron as well as Hoban High School. Councilman Neal, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, I'd just like to join you in congratulating Coach Griffith. I remember when he got started. I was blessed to have one of my nephews coached by him. Just a class act, and also congratulations to Steve White, who I sometimes want to claim as a Buchtel grad, but I believe he graduated from Hoban. He coached at Buchtel. But two fine men. I don't know the other coaches, so I want to extend to them. And then if I can also take a point of personal privilege, I watched that game, and I tell you, that young man that's a freshman that plays center, hopefully I'm not out of line if I call him Baby Shaq. That young man is going to be a force. Wow. I hear he plays football too, but just hats off to the folks at Hoban. Our Congresswoman calls our region the City of Champions, and boy, is she right.
Thank you, Mr. Neal. Councilwoman Linda Mobian.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm glad you mentioned that. She was there yesterday. She had just flown in from D.C., and unfortunately, she didn't get a chance to make a comment, but I think she would have said the same thing you just said. You know, this is a city of champions. Congratulations to Hoban as well. I was not there like Mr. Neal, but I'm just very proud of the young people. And as I said before, they really conducted themselves extremely well yesterday, and it was just a great day. It really was. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Tara Mosley.
Thank you, Councilman Lombardo. You know, just want to give out a quick shout out to Ward 5's Hoban Knights. I was able to visit with them at the school this past week before their assembly, and just to listen to the excitement of the young people looking forward to Sunday was something. Now they did, you know, make sure I had my Hoban Knights shirt on yesterday. They wouldn't let me get away with that, but I have my book one underneath it. So I made sure I didn't get myself in trouble with anybody. But just commending them on their work, not just on the court, but academically. They're real big on community service. We have walked that neighborhood several times over the years, just doing community cleanups with TK, and some a little scarier than others, cleaning up off at our freeway exit ramps. We had to stop doing that one. But they're just a fine group of kids who are ready to lead. These are our future leaders, the ones at Buchtel, the ones at Hoban. These are our children who will be leading this city to greatness. So I'm excited for them and what the future holds for them.
Thank you. Councilwoman Nancy Howland.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to join all the accolades, all the cheers for these two teams. One of the things I dearly love about the city of Akron is that we are all so connected. There are so many ties that bind us. My mom went to Bookdale. My son-in-law went to Hoban. We are all connected. And I just wanted to comment so that the record could reflect that when we are talking about these amazing bragging rights that these two teams and our whole city have today, I am seeing the kind of smiles, the kind of radiant energy from all the commenters that, well, honestly, as a longtime Akronite, I'd just love to see more of this. We are united in our love and our gratitude for these kids whose work, whose blood, sweat, and tears got them to this championship level, to the moms and dads who made it possible, to the coaching staff. This is a great moment, so let's savor it. And thank you, Knights and Griffs, for giving us this time that we can link arms and gather around some truly exceptional kids. Thank you.
Thank you. No doubt, basketball, they just don't start in November and, end up in March. They do this pretty much year-round, so congratulations to everybody. So, without any other comments, do we have a motion on the floor?
Motion for suspension of the rules with a favorable report.
We have a motion. Second?
Second.
Second. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Very good. This resolution passes. So, without any other items on our agenda, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Our next committee of the day will be the Public Service Committee. Those committee members are Mosley, Kamer, Holland, Lombardo, and McKittrick. We do have all members present. If we can give everyone just a moment to get to their chairs and turn their video on. Thank you. Okay, we're ready whenever you are, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you. If I can get a motion and approval of our previous meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. We have two pieces coming before us this afternoon. The first one is an ordinance authorizing the Director of Public Service or his designee to enter into a contract or contracts after publicly advertising for bids to replace the roof beam systems on the filter and laboratory buildings at the Akron Water Plant and declaring an emergency. Mr. Lovell?
Thank you, Madam Chairman, members of committee. Yes, we're replacing the two roofs. The lab was built in '93, and that's the original roof. The filter building was built in 1913, or 1915, 1915. We think that roof was reinstalled right around the same time the lab was constructed, so they're both nearly 30 years old. We are going to replace all the gutters, all the downspouts, all the drainage system off both roofs, and then there's about 15 natural air vents through this roofing system because of the chemicals in these buildings. Those will all be upgraded in this new roofing system. So the shingles that we have spec'd, we feel like we will get 40 to 50 years out of them. So with that, I will take any questions.
Okay. Any questions from committee members? Any questions over there? I see Councilwoman Holland. Councilwoman Holland?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Lovell, do you have a guesstimate as the cost here, what we're looking at?
In the legislation, it's $530,000. In the capital budget, we put in about $850, but we've got some better estimates right now. So it looks like it's going to be a little over $500,000 to replace these roofs.
Thanks. That bigger number stood out in my mind
Yes.
from our capital budget
Yes.
process. Thanks for clearing that up, and that sounds great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Consent's fine, ma'am.
Okay, can I get a motion for consent?
So moved.
Second.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Our last piece coming before us is ordinance authorizing the Director of Public Service or his designee to enter into a contract or contracts after publicly advertising for bids to replace the HVAC system located in the central locker room at the water reclamation facility and declaring an emergency. Mr. Lotto?
Thank you, Madam Chairman, members of the committee. Yes, we're replacing the HVAC system. It's a split system, so 25-ton condenser. It has two circuits on the evaporator coil, and as most of these old systems, there are 22, which that refrigerant is being phased out. We're doing the new refrigerant in this system, which is R411, excuse me, which is more of an environmentally friendly refrigerant. This not only is the locker rooms, it is the lunchroom for WRF, and it also has the building for our technicians, mostly our technicians that do the electronics at the plant and out in the system for all the pump stations. So with that, I will take any questions.
Okay. Any questions from committee members? Any questions from council members? Seeing none, Chris, what's your pleasure?
Consent's fine, ma'am.
Can I get a motion for consent?
Motion for consent.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Seeing we have nothing else coming before us, we are adjourned.
Our next committee of the day will be the Health and Social Services Committee. Those committee members are Amobian, Freeman, Baylor, Neal, and Holland. Again, that's the Health and Social Services Committee, and it will begin at 2:30. Thank you.